Hello, my fellow movie geeks. Carey Craves Cinema. I know, it's been a long time no talkie, but I'm here now because of this awesome, amazing news that we just got about Scream 7. And I'm sorry, but I cannot just sit on this. Because to me, this is fantastic news. I know that the horror community is reeling right now. We are going absolutely bonkers. And you know what? For good reason, too. Because it has just been announced that Matthew Lillard and Scott Foley have both been casted for Scream 7. Now, automatically, our brains are exploding, imploding, both at the same time. We don't know what to do with ourselves. We're thinking, are they going to bring them back from the dead? How is this going to happen? How are they going to utilize these characters? And I just feel like everyone is deep diving a little too much, and I don't know, it's gone a little crazy right now because it could go so many different ways, and my mind is also reeling. It's going like 10 different ways, and I do have my own theories. I do have my own thoughts on what I think they could do with this. It could be as little as we could have cameos, like funny little cameos. Like, remember Carrie Fisher in Scream 3? How she literally, Princess Leia, but they were making the joke that, oh my god, you look just like her. I mean, that was hilarious. They could do jokes just like that. Like, it could be as little as something like that. Like, they could be like, oh my god, you look like this person I used to know. Like, that would be hilarious. But you never know, because it's Kevin Williamson. This is his baby. He can do whatever the hell he wants. And I have all my faith in the world in this man, because we have to remember that this franchise, it's his baby. Like, this is his. It belongs to him, and whatever he decides to do, I'm backing him. I'm with him 110%. Because I know a lot of people, they don't like his directing style, because a lot of people don't seem to like Teaching Mrs. Tingle for some reason. I loved it. It could just be me. I could be sitting on that island all by myself, but I'm okay with that. I will enjoy the breeze, and I will drink a pina colada. I'll have my fun with that. But as for Roman and also Stu Macher, like I said, it could be something as small as a cameo. It could be even a play on the voice changer from Scream 3. Like, maybe they're using his voices to mess with Sydney. I mean, I do have other crazy theories as well. I have one brewing for Roman, and I feel like if I shared this particular theory, people would go nuts on me. But the fact that I have to say this first and foremost. I love Roman, okay? I loved his character. Yes, he was whiny, but he had a reason to be. I mean, look at how his life was. Like, he had a mother that didn't even want him, that didn't even want to be anywhere near him. Like, she literally told him, I don't know you. You're part of, like, my past. It's a dark past. I don't want to remember it. I'm sorry, but I'm leaving you out in the cold. Like, that would piss anybody off. So, yeah, he's angry. But I also see it from Sydney's side as well, of course. Like, of course we have to see it from her side. The poor girl, she didn't even know her own mother. Like, she was shrouded in secrecy and mystery, and there's so many layers to the Scream story that I feel like this movie could go so many ways, and it could, oh my god. I just hope that we get Maureen back into the story. That's just me. But, as for Roman, I'm going to share my theory on, and it might blow your minds. I'm very skeptical on actually sharing this theory, but I'm going to share this theory because of the fact that I actually would not mind Roman coming back. And also because I view him as very smart and very strategic, and I feel like he could actually pull this off. Because people underestimate the shit out of him. And I don't think it's okay. And I feel like if they did this, people would take Roman much more seriously. So, I'm going to share my theory. So here it goes. So, we all know that Roman faked his death before. And he did a very good job. I mean, come on. If you remember watching Scream 3 for the first time, you thought that man was dead. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's what I thought. I'm like, oh, this guy's dead now. You did not expect him to be Ghostface. Now, don't you think he could maybe do that again? I mean, think about it. So this is my theory. So, I'm thinking, what if the cops are crooked? Like, not per se Kincaid, but what if his partner was crooked? And that's why he survived, because he was out of, Roman's eye, because he was in his back pocket, helping him out. Nobody ever thought about that. Everybody thinks that Angelina could possibly be the person that was helping him. But what if he literally had the cops in his back pocket? Mr. Jane Pauley himself. I'm thinking that he helped him, and on top of that, because I need to rewatch this to make sure that my theory actually works, but Roman switched out Dewey's gun with a dummy gun that you would use in a movie. I mean, it makes sense because they had him tied up. They could have easily switched it out at any time. And no offense to our boy Dewey, I love him, but he's not always so bright. I think it could easily be done. And he got stabbed in the heart, in the chest. How did he get up from that? I'm wondering if that knife that Sidney picked up, if that was even a dummy knife. I feel like Sidney would know that, but how else would he have gotten up after being stabbed in the chest? He got up from that fairly easily. So I feel like he dummied that whole mansion with movie magic, with movie weapons. I don't know. I feel like that's the way that they could bring Roman back, is that he used his skills as a director to fake his death once again. Like, they could have easily hid the fact that he was still alive. I mean, that one's much easier than having a theory about Stu, to be honest. I mean, I really do believe that, because of the fact that Roman faked his death before, and it looked pretty damn real, just saying. So that's my theory on that. You can take it or leave it, but I think it could be a brilliant idea. He's known to stay in the shadows. He could have even helped Quinn, because she faked her death in the 6th one. Just saying, he could still be behind closed doors helping out these other ghost faces just to get back at Sidney once more. Just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. And as for Stu, I mean, that theory is way more outlandish, but I feel as though it could also be done. But what if when he got hit by the TB, the ambulance came, they checked his pulse, there was a very, 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 very faint pulse. Obviously his face is obliterated, it's shattered, so they had to induce him into a coma. In order to heal from the injuries, he had to stay in a coma for a very long time, and then after he was actually able to heal, they obviously had to put him into a mental institution. So now they're saying that in Scream 7, there is in fact a character that is in a mental institution that escapes. I mean, you can't help but to put 2 and 2 together. Just saying. I mean, there could be theories for both of these characters to come back. They could. It's easy. The Scream 3 theory with Roman is not that far-fetched. It's really not, because Hollywood alone is corrupt, and they could have easily made all of it movie magic. Just saying. And as for Stu, his parents seemed well-to-do, so, because they had a very nice house, they were hardly around. Maybe they made up for it by, maybe they felt responsible for why he snapped, why he did what he did, and instead of having him face jail time, they believed that he needed some mental help. So they had him heal, and then they put him into a mental institution to help, with his mental state. But maybe he just couldn't hack it, and when he felt like it was time, he decided to escape. I'm just saying. It's not that far-fetched. It's not that crazy. People have survived some really crazy things, and it has made me wonder, how did you survive that? There are so many cases out there. In real life, not just movie. This could just not be movie logic. It could be just reality. People have survived crazier things. So I'm leaving it at that. I really want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Be gentle though, because these are just theories. We're playing around here. We love this franchise. It is all about the love, all about family. This franchise brings people together. That's the amazing part of this. So, let me know what you think in the comments down below. This is Carey Craves Cinema. Thank you for watching.